Only what I'm willing to show.
Hey everybody, it's Kristen and I'm just here in New Mexico with my family on spring break. Unfortunately, I'm without my best blog buddy, Sarah, so I'm just going to give you a quick update on my end of things. I was just going to give you a little review of the book I just finished. It was The Watchmen. As you all know, there's a movie coming out, and so I decided to read the book first because the book is usually always better than the movie. It's just kind of the inevitable. However, this was really different for me. I don't read a lot of graphic novels. I'm more of a classic novel, read it, see it in your head kind of girl. So this was my first graphic novel, and it was really dark for a comic. I didn't really grow up with comics, so I wasn't really aware that they were so dark until I talked to my parents, who said that most comics have always had a really dark, hard storyline, very, contemplative, where you're thinking about the world and this alternate reality and things. And since The Watchmen existed in an alternate reality of 1985, it's really interesting to see how things change and the technology that came out of it and superheroes. But the main thing is it comes back to talk about how you're going to feel about your government and humanity and the weapons that we do have. I mean, it hits far closer to home even when you take out, your superheroes like Dr. Manhattan, who can walk through walls and teletransport and stuff. So it's really interesting to see the differences that are there, because we don't think about them a lot, so that's really neat. Now, I haven't seen the movie. I've heard really mixed reviews. People either kind of loved it or hated it, so I heard it was, interesting. That's the word I'm gonna choose, because I really can't think of anything better to say about it. So I'm hoping to see that over spring break while I'm here in New Mexico. Oh, also, I just read The Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart. It was really great. It's written to be a children's novel, however, it's about this thick, so I don't know how child-friendly it really is, but I don't really consider it a child's novel. It's something that I think appeals to smart people, in the sense that people who have a dry sense of humor, a very academic sense of humor, who would catch, literary references or puns on some sort of smart antic or not, and it's really good. It centers around these 4 kids, Kate, Sticky, Rennie, and Constance, and they're all left or orphans or alone in some form or another in fashion. And they take these tests, and they're these gruesome, hard tests, and they take them and they end up succeeding, and they end up being a part of Mr. Benedict's society. And he is this older man who has narcolepsy, and he's really nice, and so he gets really excited and he falls asleep for a second because he can't help it when he gets really excited. And he needs these kids to go on a secret mission for him at a school for the very enlightened. Now, when he does so, they run into a lot of problems and all sorts of different things, and there's a lot of adventures and twists along the way. But I think my favorite thing about this book was the smart people humor. That sometimes being smart is being resourceful with the things you have around you, not particularly knowing every fact off the top of your head, or that there's different types of smart. You can remember a lot of things, you can be resourceful, you can be strong-willed, and even sticking to your values and how you feel about things is really important. And so I thought that was a really great book. I'd recommend it for anyone, including adults, because I think that it appeals to children as well as adults, and I don't feel that it really has an age genre particularly. It's very family-friendly, very kid-friendly, very adult-friendly, and I think it's a great thing for us to look back at some of these kids and remember why we enjoyed some of the things we did, and why we liked some of the books we liked, and why we acted the way we acted. So, with that, tomorrow we're going to Carlsbad Caverns in Roswell, and as we all know, I'm a UFO conspiracy freak. I think it's the most entertaining thing ever. And so I will probably post this when I get a chance, and hopefully I'll have some more to say about Roswell and whatnot. So I may be making this again, but until later, ta-ta from New Mexico. Ta-ta.